This is Dr. Nimal Gamage, cosmetic surgeon from Sri Lanka. I'd like to talk about how to prevent sexual dysfunction in men and how to correct the hormone problems we commonly see in men today. The male testosterone levels have been dropping since 1940 according to a recent study that published in British Medical Journal. And we know that this is caused by the wrong diet. Also, we know that the percentage of men with a very low sperm count has tripled over the last several decades. Today, a 30-year-old man has about 3 times less sperms than a man born in 1925. And we also know that testosterone is the hormone responsible for muscle power. We know that Neanderthal man could outrun the fastest man today, and actually they were stronger than the strongest man alive today. We also know from historical evidence that Roman legends actually walked over 50 miles carrying more than half of their body weight in equipment. And testosterone is important because it increases lean muscle, increases libido, increases energy, increases bone formation and immune function in men. And when you have a low testosterone level, you get dysfunction of erectile dysfunction, nervousness, depression. We also get impaired memory and difficulty concentrating. It also can cause fatigue, insomnia, irritability, obesity, muscle loss, and decreased athletic performance. A lot of the times, middle-aged men will look depressed when their testosterone level is low, and when they go to see their primary doctors, they might just give them antidepressants thinking they are depressed, whereas the actual problem is a low testosterone level. Today we know that usually at the age of 60, the testosterone levels are about 1/3 of what you have at the age of 20. And when you have high testosterone levels, it gives more confidence to a man. So what are the biggest risks we have today for testosterone? One of the biggest risks is the cell phones. Cell phones use the electromagnetic waves in the range of 900 megahertz, and this radio frequency impairs testosterone levels. We also know that Wi-Fi can also damage the sperm, and the cortisol, which is increased with the stress, is very damaging to the male testosterone hormone system. Today we know that a lot of people have a lot of stress in their jobs, in their lives, because the life as it is goes at a faster rhythm today, and this stress can actually damage the male hormone system. And a lot of us drink water out of plastic bottles thinking that they are safer, but in actuality the plastic bottles contain compounds called xenoestrogens, which work to reduce the testosterone levels. Then sugar is actually quite poisonous, especially the fructose, for the male testosterone hormone system. And we know that the diets of our ancestors about a million years ago had very little sugar and had a whole lot of fibers. Today our diet has a whole lot of sugar and very little fiber. And testosterone injections are not really good, because the injections of testosterone can, although in short term give you muscle strength, it increases the risk of prostate cancer. It causes gynecomastia because later on testosterone is broken down and converted into estrogen. It can cause strokes, liver toxicity. It also causes low testicular activity and sometimes cause atrophy of the testicles. It can also shut down the sperm production. We know that animal foods in the long term damages your blood vessels, and the damaged blood vessels actually continue over a lifetime period. When you are born, we are born with about actually when we are about 15 years, we have enough covering cells in the blood vessels to cover about 6 to 8 full-size tennis courts. But if you are eating a lot of animal foods, the damage can happen to these blood vessels continuously, resulting in about only 1.5 to 2 tennis courts of about endothelial cells, and this is a big damage. And this kind of damage can lead to sexual dysfunction among other complications such as heart disease, strokes. And we also know that the dairy, food and meat causes breast cancer. For example, women in Kenya who does not take dairy and meat has 82 times less risk of developing breast cancer. And also we know that the dairy and meat causes prostate cancer. So for males this is very important, and prostate cancer is fast becoming a common cancer among males. And in countries where people don't take much milk, for example in Japan in 1978 people did not take much dairy food, and only 18 people died of prostate cancer in Japan in 1978, although they had like half the population of US. In US 38,000 people died from prostate cancer. The only difference is Japanese food ate very little meat and did not take dairy food. We also know that dairy proteins cause cancer from landmark studies performed several times over many parts of the world, and this was repeated with other kind of animal proteins such as meat protein and fish protein, and it gave the same result, and plant proteins did not cause cancer. So for the natural way, there are natural ways to boost male hormone function with Tonkat Ali, which is a natural herbal product. It's known to increase the testosterone available about 300 to 400 times more, and also increases overall testosterone levels 132%. Also increases DHEA hormone, which DHEA hormone conversion to testosterone about 47%, and it's known to increase natural growth hormones and to decrease the cortisol level as well. We combine that with Tribulus Terrestris, which is another herb known to increase libido and increase testosterone levels, with a well-known product called Ginseng. We all know that it had the effect of enhancing sexual function in men. Recently it had been proven as anti-aging supplement as well. And the lot of Western medicine we take for different diseases, especially blood pressure medications, can affect our sexual function. Recently it was proven that even opioid medications such as codeine, Vicodin can seriously cause erectile dysfunction.